Thank you, Honorable President. Before I formally begin my statement, I would like to express my deepest condolences to the victims of yesterday's brutal and heinous attack in New York, which we strongly and vehemently condemn. Our thoughts are with the families who lost their lives. Honorable President, India associates itself with the statement made by Ecuador on behalf of G77 and Venezuela, on behalf of the non-aligned movement. We welcome the distinguished Foreign Minister of Cuba among us here today. We also thank the Secretary General for his report on this issue. Mr. President, the issue of the economic, commercial, and financial embargo imposed 5 decades ago by the United States against Cuba has now been considered annually by the General Assembly for more than 2.5 decades. This Assembly has consistently rejected the imposition of laws and regulations with extraterritorial impact and all other forms of corrective economic measures that hurt the progress and prosperity of the people of the world over. Last year, 191 member states voted in favor of the resolution, 71/5 expressing their strong support to the lifting of the embargo. The General Assembly has also called upon all states, in conformity with their obligations under the UN Charter and international law, to refrain from promulgating and applying and to repeal and invalidate laws and measures that have extraterritorial effects affecting the sovereignty of the other states. The continued existence of the embargo in contravention of world opinion as expressed by this Assembly undermines multilateralism and the credibility of the United Nations itself. Mr. President, as the world's largest democracy with abiding faith in multilateralism, India stands in solidarity with the international community in its unambiguous rejection of domestic laws having extraterritorial impact. Embargoes impede the full achievement of economic and social development by the population of the affected country, in particular children and women. They also hinder the full employment of human rights, including the right to development, food, medical care, and social services, among other things. Mr. President, successive reports of the Secretary General, including this year's report, have established that the embargo, particularly through its extraterritorial effects, has adversely affected the Cuban people and the development efforts of the country. At the same time, we would like to acknowledge the notable achievements of the Cuban people in the socio-economy and development fields, in particular the high HDI ranking of Cuba and its achievement of several MDGs. While launching the transformative 2030 agenda for sustainable development, the world leaders have again strongly urged all states to refrain from any unilateral economic, financial, or trade measures not in accordance with international law and the Charter of the United Nations. The continued embargo would severely impact Cuba's ability to implement the comprehensive 2030 agenda. Cuba's expertise is healthcare, achieved despite such conditions, enabled it to respond quickly and effectively in a substantial manner to the call made by the UN General Assembly 3 years ago to all nations to respond to the Ebola crisis in Africa. Mr. President, people-to-people contact holds immense possibilities for fostering better understanding between the two nations. The international community needs to step up its efforts to promote an environment free from sanctions and embargoes. India hopes for the withdrawal of this embargo at the earliest. India supports the draft resolution made by Cuba. I thank you, Honorable President. I thank all the delegates participated over here. Thank you again. Thank you very much.